I'm here outside HMP Belmarsh with Kolja, who has come from where he lives in Hamburg, 900 miles, approximately 900 miles to here, to HMP Belmarsh, where Julian Assange is cruelly imprisoned by the request of the Americans and the cooperation of the British. Kolja, can you just tell us briefly of your sort of background? Why did you go on this walk? Or what motivated you to come all this way to protest a man's freedom?
Um, I knew about the case for quite a while. So when Julian was kind of self-imprisoned in the embassy, but still was due to the circumstances. And so I followed the story on and on. And when he was taken out of the embassy, I more closely followed the story, and after the 50 weeks I thought now he should be a free man, and he wasn't. So I joined a weekly vigil in Hamburg, which had organized themselves having weekly meetings to talk about Julian, and not even talk, it's been a political message to the public where he stood in all the weather and giving out information to those who wanted to know, to keep his image in the public, and to remind people there is a political prisoner, as it was clear that after his bail sentence he still was imprisoned, and therefore it was a political issue. And so after this whole continued and still even increased in silence, one should say. So the media just wouldn't report on the whole issue. Just once in a half a year or so they would make a report. When this whole thing started to get political, when the decision had to be made by Priti Patel, I really persuaded this idea of getting more publicity for the case, and that's how I decided to walk the distance to make a point. And so it's crucial for me, my son, for this person inside this prison, who is a political prisoner. And we, the people, should demand all the politicians and judges and the whole system to work. And if this system doesn't work, it has no liability. Why should we pay taxes for a thing which doesn't work? In such a huge case, this is not like somebody forgot to lock up the gates or something. It's we let the gates open for millionaires and billionaires to set up our system, and this is not how it should be.
And what do you think of the process of English law that has led to this terrible injustice? I mean, what impression does a German have of English law?
Yeah, when one needs the English law, if you have a lot of money and power, then you can influence it. And so it's not a state of rights, but a state of money and power. And we should name it how it is. So this is my impression. Not mine, I haven't voted for her, but before the election the German foreign minister, the actual foreign minister, said she definitely gonna take a close look to the case, and gonna do something about this case. But after the election, she said she has got complete trust in the British judicial system. So that's how this goes. I don't know who educated her on the issue, but she should have read Nils Melzer's book or hear one of his interviews.
And I would definitely like to close by thanking you, not only from all the Julian Assange supporters, but for the community Europe-wide, and if not in America and other places where Julian has great support, that this fantastic effort does have an effect. It has raised people's awarenesses, certainly mine, on your journey. It's been very informative about who you've met and the people you've seen, and I just encourage everyone to take a leaf out of Kolja's book and to make their mark for Assange. And once again, to thank you very much, Kolja.
I thank you, the people. We make this society possible. Please take your courage, get active for the things that will matter for our generation, for the past generation, and for the future ones.
Thank you.
All right.
HMP Belmarsh, the horror camp for Julian Assange in the middle of London.